In the framework of Islam, and similarly within other Abrahamic traditions such as Judaism and Christianity, a prophet is a divinely appointed individual selected by Allah to receive sacred revelations. These revelations are not for personal enlightenment alone, but are entrusted to them with the mandate to guide humanity. Prophets serve as vital conduits between the divine and mankind. Their core mission is to deliver teachings, provide moral and ethical instructions, and issue warnings, all intended to steer human beings toward righteousness and spiritual alignment with God's will. Each prophet was bestowed a distinct mission tailored by Allah. These missions could range from reforming societal ethics, affirming the doctrine of Tawheed, the oneness of Allah, or introducing specific divine laws, Shara. The Quran emphasizes that messengers have been consistently sent across all civilizations and eras to ensure divine guidance reaches every nation. As affirmed in Surah An-Nahl, verse 36, "And verily we have sent among every nation a messenger, proclaiming, 'Worship Allah and avoid tagut,' false gods." According to Islamic tradition, the number of prophets is vast. Some narrations cite as many as 124,000, although not all are mentioned explicitly in the Quran or Hadith. Of these, apostles, Rusul, are prophets granted unique revelations in the form of divine legislation intended for propagation among their communities. Various sources suggest that there are 33 apostles distinguished by their responsibility to introduce or uphold Sharia. In contrast, other prophets may not bring new commandments, but instead reinforce the teachings of preceding apostles. Within Islamic doctrine, belief in 25 specific prophets is obligatory. These figures are explicitly named in the Quran and serve as exemplars of faith and obedience. Notably, Islamic eschatology holds that 4 prophets remain alive, albeit not in the conventional human state. These prophets are believed to exist under extraordinary, divinely preserved conditions as part of a greater celestial wisdom. Their unique status signifies ongoing spiritual relevance and divine preservation for purposes known only to Allah. The narrative begins with the first of these exceptional figures, Prophet Al-Khidr, Nabi Al-Khidr. Prophet Al-Khidr, although not explicitly named in the verses, is referenced in the Quran in Surah Al-Kahf, verses 65 to 82. According to the consensus among numerous Quranic commentators and classical Islamic scholars, the enigmatic figure who journeyed with Prophet Moses, and imparted profound spiritual lessons is believed to be Al-Khidr, also known as Khidr or Khizr. Al-Khidr is regarded as a mystical and divinely inspired figure who possesses a unique form of ilm al-ladunni, divine knowledge granted directly by Allah. This special insight allows him to comprehend hidden aspects of qadr, divine decree, and unseen realities that are not accessible to other prophets or scholars. The Quranic narrative illustrates his role through a series of seemingly inexplicable actions, which are later revealed to contain immense divine wisdom. These events highlight the limitations of human perception and the necessity of patience and humility when faced with divine mysteries. Al-Khidr's continued existence is affirmed in many Islamic traditions. It is widely believed that he remains alive by the will of Allah, tasked with certain ongoing, divinely ordained missions. In various Sufi traditions, Al-Khidr is revered not only as a prophet but also as a timeless spiritual guide, unrestricted by temporal or spatial boundaries. Numerous accounts across centuries report encounters between righteous individuals, saints, awliya, and Al-Khidr, often during times of distress or spiritual need. In many of these narratives, he appears unexpectedly, offers assistance or guidance, and vanishes just as mysteriously. The name Al-Khidr itself is derived from the Arabic root Qadira, meaning green, which symbolizes life, renewal, and divine vitality. This aligns with his traditional association as the guardian of the seas, the protector of travelers, and a bringer of hidden knowledge and mercy. The episode recorded in Surah Al-Kahf, where Prophet Musa accompanies Al-Khidr, serves as a profound allegory of human limitation versus divine omniscience. Each act performed by Al-Khidr which initially seemed unjust or puzzling to Musa, was later unveiled to hold deeper, benevolent intent ordained by Allah. This story is frequently cited by scholars as a key reference point for understanding the complex interplay between the apparent and the unseen. Ultimately, Al-Khidr is not merely a character in Islamic narrative, but a symbol of divine wisdom, eternal guidance, and God's mercy manifest through mysterious means. His legacy continues to inspire theological reflection, particularly within Islamic mysticism, where he is often envisioned as the living embodiment of spiritual insight and divine proximity. The continued life of certain prophets in Islamic tradition serves as a profound testament to the importance of surrendering to the divine will. Among them, Prophet Al-Khidr exemplifies the principle of absolute resignation, tawakkul, to Allah's decrees. His story, as conveyed through his journey with Prophet Musa, peace be upon him, teaches that Allah's decisions often transcend the boundaries of human logic and comprehension. Though events may seem inexplicable or unjust on the surface, they are deeply rooted in divine wisdom, which ultimately serves a higher purpose. Al-Khidr's legacy underscores that not all truths are meant to be grasped through conventional reasoning. Spiritual insight and faith are sometimes the only paths to understanding the complexities of divine will. His enduring presence in Islamic belief reminds us to approach life with complete trust in Allah, even when outcomes are veiled in mystery. The second prophet believed to be alive is Prophet Ilyas, Elijah. His spiritual significance is closely intertwined with nature, mercy, and the sustenance Allah bestows upon creation. Often associated with rain, fertility, and natural prosperity, Prophet Ilyas serves as a symbol of the divine order within the natural world, an order governed by the will of Allah. In Sufi interpretations, Ilyas is viewed as an eternal sign of Allah's boundless grace, with his presence representing the harmony between human beings and the environment. Prophet Ilyas is revered across Abrahamic traditions known as Elijah in Judaism and Christianity. According to Islamic belief, he was sent to the children of Israel to call them back to monotheism, especially in opposition to idol worship, notably that of the false god Baal. His mission is referenced in the Quran, particularly in Surah As-Safat, verses 123 to 132, where his steadfastness and devotion are praised. Unlike ordinary mortals, Prophet Ilyas is believed not to have undergone physical death. Various narrations suggest that he was elevated to the heavens by the command of Allah, and he remains alive in a special divine state. Much like Al-Khidr, he is thought to intervene during times of great hardship, appearing in moments of crisis to offer divine assistance. Some traditions also link Prophet Ilyas to seasonal cycles, particularly the dry and rainy seasons, symbolizing his role in preserving ecological balance. His ongoing presence serves as a reminder of the interconnectedness between all living beings and the imperative to respect and preserve the natural world as part of our spiritual responsibility. In this context, Ilyas is not merely a prophet of the past, but an eternal figure of divine mercy, ecological stewardship, and unwavering monotheism. Prophet Ilyas, Elijah, holds a revered place not only in Islamic theology but also within Jewish and Christian traditions. In Islam, Ilyas is recognized as a devoted messenger sent to guide the children of Israel, particularly the people of Baalbek, modern-day Lebanon, away from idolatry and back to the worship of Allah alone. His mission is profoundly captured in the Quran, particularly in Surah As-Safat, verses 123 to 132. Where Allah extols Ilyas's unwavering commitment and refers to him as one of his righteous servants. Prophet Ilyas faced immense resistance as he directly challenged the worship of Baal, a deity idolized by his people. Despite their rejection and hostility, Ilyas remained steadfast, embodying the essence of prophetic perseverance. In Jewish and Christian scriptures, Elijah is similarly celebrated as a formidable prophet who engaged in miraculous feats, most notably calling down fire from the heavens during his confrontation with the priests of Baal, as recorded in the Book of Kings, Old Testament. He is also renowned for his ascension to the heavens without experiencing death, a phenomenon that draws a parallel to Islamic beliefs about his continued life. Across both traditions, Prophet Ilyas represents a relentless defender of faith, a champion of monotheism, and a figure honored with divine elevation. In Islam, his legacy also includes invoking Allah's mercy through rainfall, reinforcing his symbolic role in natural abundance and ecological balance. The third prophet believed to be alive is Prophet Idris, peace be upon him. Within Islamic tradition, Idris is recognized not only for his spiritual piety, but also for his exceptional contributions to knowledge, innovation, and human progress. Often associated with the advancement of science and technology, Idris is credited with being the first to introduce disciplines such as astronomy, mathematics, and the art of writing to humanity. He is seen as a visionary who understood that seeking knowledge is not only a means of intellectual development, but also a form of worship, a sacred duty that elevates the human spirit and deepens one's understanding of Allah's signs throughout the universe. In the Quran, although few details are given, Idris is mentioned with honor in Surah Maryam, verse 56 to 57, and Surah Al-Anbiya, verse 85, where he is described as truthful, patient, and elevated to a high place by Allah. Many scholars interpret this high station as both a spiritual rank and a literal ascension, similar to the prophetic narratives of Ilyas and Isa, Jesus, indicating that Idris too was raised to the heavens and continues to exist in a divinely preserved state. Today, Prophet Idris stands as a symbol of intellectual enlightenment and divine favor, an enduring reminder that pursuing knowledge is an essential pillar of faith. His example motivates believers to embrace education, reflect on the marvels of creation, and apply wisdom in service of the greater good. The story of Prophet Idris, peace be upon him, is also a powerful reminder that Allah bestows knowledge upon whom He wills, and that knowledge, when pursued with sincerity, is a path to closeness with the divine. The Quran references Idris in two significant passages, Surah Maryam 1956 to 57 and Surah Al-Anbiya 2185, where he is praised as a truthful man, a prophet, and someone whom Allah elevated to a lofty station. Islamic tradition identifies Idris as one of the earliest prophets, a direct descendant of Prophet Adam through his son Seth, Sheath. He is regarded as a pioneer of several essential human advancements, the first to introduce writing, astronomy, tailoring, and structured learning. Before his time, humanity lived in a more primitive state, clothed only in animal hides and lacking written language. Idris's exemplary obedience and piety earned him a high rank, and some scholars interpret his elevation as meaning that he was taken up to the heavens without experiencing death, akin to the story of Enoch in Judeo-Christian tradition. His legacy stands as an enduring symbol of the divine connection between knowledge, worship, and elevation. The fourth prophet believed to still be alive is Prophet Isa, Jesus, peace be upon him. In Islamic belief, Isa is revered not only for the miraculous events that marked his life, such as healing the blind and reviving the dead by Allah's permission, but also for the pivotal eschatological role he is destined to fulfill. According to Islamic eschatology, Prophet Isa will return at the end of time as a just and righteous leader. One of his most critical missions will be to confront and defeat the Dajjal, Antichrist, a powerful and deceptive entity who will spread falsehood and chaos across the world. The return of Isa will mark the victory of truth over deception, the restoration of monotheism, and the establishment of justice and peace. Furthermore, Isa is believed to unify humanity under the banner of Islam, correcting historical distortions and divisions that have arisen over centuries. His second coming will be a manifestation of Allah's ultimate promise, reinforcing the conviction that divine justice will prevail in its most complete and perfect form. For Muslims, the story of Prophet Isa's return is not merely a prophetic event, it is a symbol of hope, renewal, and the enduring power of truth. It reminds the faithful that no matter the darkness that may engulf the world, divine light and justice will inevitably rise. In reflecting upon the lives and enduring legacies of these four prophets, Al-Khidr, Ilyas, Idris, and Isa, peace be upon them all, believers are called to embody sincerity, devotion, and divine responsibility. These prophets, each in their own extraordinary way, underscore the importance of patience, faith, pursuit of knowledge, and unwavering commitment to justice. Their continued existence serves as a spiritual reminder that our role as stewards, Khalifa of the earth, is ongoing. Muslims are thus encouraged to lead lives rooted in faith, humility, balance with nature, and a deep sense of accountability to Allah and humanity.